I want to show you how to do some time value of money calculations on the HP 12C financial calculator. Now, this is one of the two financial calculators that the CFA Institute has said is authorized for the CFA exam. I'm not sure why the HP B2 is not, because it's actually not as sophisticated a calculator as this. The other one is the TI BA2 Plus calculator. All right, so anyhow, here we have this HP 12C calculator, and I only have one. I don't have any decimal places. I want to set that. So what you do is you hit function and the number of decimal places you want. So since I'm doing dollars, I'll just set it for 2 decimal places. All right, the other thing you want to know is how to clear the memory. All right, up here we have N, number of periods, I, the interest rate, PV, present value, PMT is the stream of equal payments or the annuity, and FV, which is future value. If you want to clear that workspace, what you want to do is hit function, and above this you see this sort of reddish line or rust-colored line. It says clear. I don't know how well you can see that. And underneath are a bunch of different things that get cleared. Right under clear, it says FIN, so that clears the financial functions. So let's do a few problems here and see how these work out. So let's find the future value in year 5 of $100 saved today if the interest rate is 6%. So 5 is N, 6 is the interest rate, and 100 is the present value. We compute the future value, and we get $133.82. Now, this calculator, as well as the TI, follow this sign convention. That is, cash outflows should be negative, cash inflows will be positive. It doesn't really matter here. You probably should have put this in as negative 100, but it doesn't really matter simply because we know that if you put $100 in the bank for 5 years, you're not going to owe $133.82. But when you're trying to calculate, for example, the number of periods, you do have to follow this sign convention or you're going to get an error message. So if I hit CLX, if I hit that clear, it clears the workspace, and if I hit FV, you don't see anything, but these numbers are still here. So if I wanted to do this calculation or check it again, I have to hit recall N, and we see N is 5, recall I is 6, recall PV, and now I can hit the future value and get 133.82. All right, I want to try a second question here, so let me clear the workspace. So I'm going to hit this function key F and the clear financial functions. So let's find the monthly payment for a 30-year mortgage on a $200,000 loan if the APR is 6%. Okay, that's an annual percentage rate, but we want the monthly rate, so you'll divide this by 12 or you'll get 0.5%. So a 30-year mortgage is 360 months. The interest rate is 0.5%, so 0.5. And the present value, which is the amount of the loan, is $200,000. And if we compute the payment, we get $1,199.10. All right, so let me clear this one, and let's do another calculation here. Let's find the number of periods it takes for a deposit to triple in value if the rate is 9%. Now, we're trying to solve for N. We don't know what that is. We know what the interest rate is. You're given the interest rate. Okay, make sure you clear your workspace. So 9 is the interest rate. Here's where you have to correspond to the sign convention. Now, they didn't tell you how much you deposit, but it doesn't matter. It can be $1 and it triples to 3. It would be the same answer if it was 100 and it tripled to 300. So I'm just going to put in 1. I'm going to change the sign since I'm saving this money, and I'm going to put that in as the PV. I'm going to put 3 as the future value, and now I'm going to solve for N. And it's going to take 13 years to triple our money. All right, finally, let me do one more here. let's find the present value of $20,000 received each year starting in year one for 30 years if the interest rate is 8%. So maybe you're retired and you're receiving a pension payment of $20,000 a year, and you're going to get it for 30 years. That's how long you think you'll live. What's it worth today? So again, let's clear out this workspace, and let's put the numbers in. All right, so we know 30 is N, 8% is the interest rate, and 20,000 is the PMT, and we just want to compute the present value. So that's worth $225,155. So when you do these calculations, again, you get this negative sign here. So if we wanted to change this, you can also do this for end of period cash flow or beginning of period cash flows. This is what's called an ordinary annuity. You can also do it for an annuity due where the first amount of money that you receive is today. All right, I'm not going to do that here. I'll do a separate video showing you how to do annuities. But this is a basic way that you use the HP 12C to do financial calculations, at least time value of money calculations.